Hi, welcome all you deplorable people out there. I'm Joe, and this is our debut show.
I'll be your hero. Oh.
My job as host is to go through all the news that you've seen in the last few weeks and add a fresh and unique perspective on it. You don't need to put that there, but I guess you could consider me a patriotic Joel McHale.
Who wants to be a Republican?
A little about myself. I'm from a part of the country called Dumbfuckistan. Thanks, Kid Rock. Well, I did my part. My family and friends voted for Trump.
I went to Maine 4 times because I wanted to get one vote. Maine had one. I needed the one because I believe these people.
Listen, 3 trips up here isn't too bad. He could visit Herbert Walker. I mean, he hangs out up here.
See me roll on my Segway. I know in my heart they think I'm wide and nerdy.
Or go get Stephen King out of his basement. Really, Stephen King? You believe in the golden shower rumor? Really? What happened? Years ago, did you get hit in the head a little too hard with one of those flying cans during maximum overdrive? Wait a minute. The car. That's a goblin.
I don't want to see him driving goblin.
Goblin. All right, Donald, give us some credit. You did get 1 electoral college vote from us.
Stop it.
Recently, CNN was caught using a photo from the video game Fallout 4 to show Russian hacking. But that's not the first time this year that mainstream media has used video games as an influence in politics. Why, what's that? That's a scene from the video game Doom 2016. And is it me, or does that kind of look like one of John Podesta's parties? Last Sunday, the 74th annual Golden Globes aired.
Who gives a shit?
Right? Yeah, I didn't watch either. Because, good God, why would you want to watch that? And if you're one of those masochists that actually wants to go back and watch this thing, I'm going to save you 3 hours of your life. Well, actually, this is spoilers for every Golden Globes ever. It's a bunch of movies you never want to see versus a bunch of movies you'd never ever want to see. Well, a bunch of actors praise actors for acting.
If they mention cinematography, it's lousy.
And it's fun, right? You like being talked down to by people that consider musical and comedies basically the same thing. Yeah, because I often get Scary Movie 3 confused with West Side Story.
Roll the cameras, put on these clothes, stand there, ready, say what we told you to say. Fantastic.
You know, it's almost like Jerry's talking about... Yeah,
I love
her,
you all.
the
You'll
crazy
have to
lady.
forgive me. I've lost my voice.
Obviously, if you've followed any kind of media, you already know about Meryl Streep's speech, where she decided to go all anti-Donald Trump. That's really brave, Meryl, to talk about how actors are persecuted in a room full of actors.
You and all of us in this room really belong to the most vilified segments in American society right now. Think about it. Hollywood, foreigners, and the press.
Send your son to Iraq. That's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like relax. I don't play that precious nonsense. Oh, move over. Get out of here.
I respect a woman, but this bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy.
And if we kick them all out, you'll have nothing to watch but football and mixed martial arts, which are not the arts.
Oh, so mixed martial arts isn't art? Those guys aren't people who spend years dedicated to a craft? Okay, sure. What does Dana White think?
And the last thing in the world I expect is an uppity 80-year-old lady to be in our demographic and love mixed martial arts.
And let's ask guy who knew that Donald Trump was going to become president, because if he thinks it, then it's probably true. Bill Belichick.
I was in the plane and they handed me a letter, and it was from Coach Belichick. Hopefully tomorrow's election results will give the opportunity to make America great again.
Bill, do you have a message for Meryl Streep?
Just shut the f*** up.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Playing dress up and pretend is not genius, ladies and gentlemen. It's not genius.
And Meryl, I want to address something to you. You know what they call sports? It's the last pure drama. You know why that is? Because take Derek Carr, for example. They have him wired up. He realizes that his season's over from a bad injury, and you can hear the heartbreak in his voice, knowing that he's not going to be able to take his team to the playoffs after working hard all year. You can actually feel his heartbreak.
You know, because he's our leader. So it was just a really sad moment, praying for him. It was just a sad moment.
That's actually more real than you pretending to be Julia Childs.
But I do know how to boil an egg.
But hey, you guys don't have to worry too much.
And
She already knows she's alone.
I've lost my mind sometime earlier this year, so
Yeah, I actually agree, Donald. Completely overrated. Alright, Julian, stop with the pop-ups here. You're ruining my narrative. Also at the Golden Globes, host Jimmy Fallon did a bunch of hack Trump jokes. Shocked? You shouldn't be. He has to appease his Hollywood overlords because he giggled like a schoolgirl playing with Donald Trump's hair.
There's so many plot twists and shocking moments. A lot of people have wondered what it would have been like if King Joffrey had lived. Well, in 12 days, we're going to find out.
Wow, he's King Joffrey. Stop me if you've heard this before, but every clever comedian in Hollywood likes to make the analogy that Donald Trump is a famous pop culture bad guy. Like, take this clever and original idea from comedian Brian Posehn.
Was so weird because now Biff from Back to the Future 2 is our president.
I mean, that's not something that one Google search doesn't give you a million results for already. Oh, and Mark Hamill seems to think he's the Joker.
Happy New Year to all, including to my many enemies, and those who have fought me and lost so badly.
And I guess no one's told his Holly to shut up, because she's tweeted up a storm too. The moon landing, cancer cure, permission before grabbing genitals, Martin Luther King, love, honestly, empathy, things that Trump thinks are overrated, Mr. J. Yeah, Tara, you're totally right. Let's cut to that picture of Donald Trump in his Ku Klux Klan outfit. Wait a minute. That's a picture of him with Rosa Parks. Every single day you prove how out of touch you are. She's a treasure, and you're an embarrassment.
That's it! If you're gonna... What are you?
No, Tara, an embarrassment is something like the Razzie Awards, which nominated both Hillary's America and its director, Dinesh D'Souza, for Worst Director and Worst Overall Film. Am I wrong? Wasn't that the top-grossing 2016 documentary? What would people rather watch? Oh, Michael Moore in Candyland. Michael Moore in Trumpland? I think Candyland sounds more like it.
Now is the season of evil. Evil? Find me a child.
And what about something like The Simpsons? You know, that show that stopped being worth watching 16 years ago. Oh, and save it with the, I like to watch the yearly marathons. Yeah, you like to watch the first 10 good seasons. I get it. It's because Donald's rich, Burns is rich, so Burns is evil, Donald's evil?
My hackers will get you in. Doesn't matter. Trump is winning 102%.
Oh, and there's Vladimir Putin, because Donald loves Russia. These writers need all the money. I can't believe it. People must have loved this when it came out. Oh, it was flatly rejected. And you guys do know that this was a doubling down from last year, where they also had an anti-Trump video. And I kind of love that even when they're trying to praise Hillary Clinton, they admit that she's a horrible, shrill woman
From now on, it's always for me.
who only cucked men would vote for?
I'm voting for Trump, right?
If that's your vote, I question whether I can ever be with you again.
And that's how I became a Democrat.
But I know what you're thinking. I still love The Simpsons. Well, thanks to me and some careful editing, I'm gonna make The Simpsons great again.
I recommend getting a tattoo. It preserves the things you love.
Clinton.
They suck!
I'm a pretty lousy president.
Still want to watch your favorite media without the risk of hearing hacky Trump jokes?
Hello. They're saying Putin personally authorized the hacking of the DNC.
Quiet, quiet.
Well, we have the perfect device for you. It's called the Make TV Great Again lockout chip. It works
You keep
on
fighting.
podcasts.
You keep talking. You keep tight with your communities, and we try to fucking heal this gaping wound.
Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here.
Said when the Black Lives
Night
Matter
show.
movement is going out with signs saying fry 'em like bacon, F the police, when they're going out saying if you see a white person, target them, that is happening. That happened in Milwaukee not too long ago. That is happening. So when that now becomes the narrative and you're starting to loot, burn, and riot,
And for an additional $5 add-on, we have the Samantha Be Gone.
I am so
Never be subjected to her again. Something much more palatable will be placed in your sight instead. Worried that the new Mystery Science Theater reboot will be ruined by hard left agenda? Well, this deletes Patton Oswalt immediately. A bunch of celebrities dramatically read the disco hit I Will Survive.
Go on now, go.
Walk out the door. Just turn around now.
Because you're not welcome anymore.
Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye?
Did you think I'd crumble? Do you think I'd lay down and die?
Yeah, nothing says you get the ordinary person like slow dramatic readings of disco songs. But I myself also have a disco song for you. Give it up. Na 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 na. Give it up. Baby, give it up. Cash Money hustler Montel Williams has weighed in on the Black Lives Matter kidnapping. And hey, the broken watch has arrived to that time of day where it still is correct. Because he said that they deserve life in prison with no parole. You know, Montel, that almost makes up for voting for Hillary. And this. Hey! He changed his opinion! It's almost like he's a flip-flopper.
I'm going to endorse and say that I'm going to go inside of that booth, and rather than be quiet about what I'm going to do, I'm going to push the button for her.
It's almost like he can't make up his mind on anything. But I'm just curious. Do you have anything else to tell us, Montel?
And an adorable dog.
A talking dog? All right, I'll bite. I should have known. I should have known. Now, speaking of that Black Lives Matter kidnapping, we're going to play a little game of who would albino Sinbad, Sean King, defend. And let's go to our first contestant, Greg Hardy. If you said that he would defend him, that's correct. We all have guns laying on our bed. It was just a misunderstanding.
I've been proven to be right.
Number 2, Batman. If you answered no, he's a friend of the pigs and must be stopped.
Wrong.
You'd be correct. Wait a minute. Simone Sanders is here to join us. Simone. Don't you feel bad for Batman? I mean, his parents were killed in front of him.
Oh my goodness, poor white people, please, oh my, stop.
That's disgusting. You were a bad person. Number 3, the Candyman. If you said yes, you'd be correct. It's not his fault he framed Helen for murder. He was the son of a slave. He should be entitled to shed innocent blood to perpetrate belief in himself and continue his existence. And if Candyman's okay, what about contestant number 4? Another famous horror icon, Jason Voorhees. The answer is no.
Wrong.
Jason Voorhees was a poor white boy who drowned in a river. And you know what? He deserved it. Number 5. B. Rad Gluckman from the movie Malibu's Most Wanted. Actually, yes.
I've been proven to be right.
John feels a strange connection to B-Rad Gluckman. He's just not quite sure why. And finally, number 6. See Thomas Howell in the movie Soul Man. The answer is, the guy doesn't need defending. Sean King doesn't see anything wrong with this picture. Also this week, the White House's personal YouTube page uploaded a video about people's favorite Obama moments in the last 8 years.
I never cried before from election result.
Guys, John Legend is really gonna miss him. He's really gonna miss him, man.
The moment that, we got the Affordable Care Act passed, because I have relatives that, can't afford health insurance. So it was really a great thing to know that if something happened to them, they get cared for.
Samuel L. Jackson's worried about health care because he's totally not rich enough and couldn't use his Capital One card money.
What's in your wallet?
Motherfucker! Oh, an all-around swell guy. Don't look into that.
Mike, I just want to know if I could get a picture. So I wasn't mad if he said no, but the way he said it, he said, "Oh, hell nah, man, I ain't taking no pictures with no niggas."
Michael Jordan is gonna miss Obama too. With all these people missing him, let's see what the military is feeling.
You're fired.
Get the fuck out!
Obama out.
Call me crazy, but that's a stadium that looks less filled than the pep rally that you tried to skip out of freshman year. And to honor Barack Obama, the military presented him with a plaque that said RE2PECT. Yeah, that's spelling respect. Also, a $22,222.22 check to his Turn 2 Foundation, along with custom LL Bean boots. Yep, there's that Maine reference. That's for you, Linda Bean. With a New York Yankees logo attached. Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually how the Boston Red Sox respected a retiring Derek Jeter on his farewell tour. The military? They barely showed up. The military has less love for Barack Obama than the Red Sox fans have for Derek Jeter. Let that sink in. I kind of wonder how Barry O felt at that moment.
I was alone. I was all by myself.
Hey, if you liked our debut episode, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family. And if you did that, I would be happier than Alex Jones was on election night. And finally, this show needs a name. And because I believe in democracy, I'm going to let you choose between the WDW, which stands for Why Donald Won, or Deplorable Discourse. But if you like a third option and you see somebody suggest something great, thumbs up that, and then we'll go with it. Unless I hate it, then I'll blame Russian hackers and lobby, protest, threaten to move to Canada, and do all that stuff that people do when they don't like the result of an election. And I have set up a Patreon that for $1 an episode, you guys can personally sponsor. It'd be perfect because I can't collect any AdSense from this, and I'm going to have to host it on every different platform to keep it out there for you, the viewer. Now, if you think $1 is too much, I've actually put together a list of things that you wouldn't even be able to buy for $1 an episode. That includes Alf trading cards, a 7-Up Spot novelty phone, not even a used copy of Madden 2003. You couldn't even buy a single from Coolio, and not even 1% of the cost of a shirt for the band REO Speedwagon.